When Chinese leader Xi Jinping first came into power last November, a lot of people were hoping that he would be a different leader, that he would open up the country, he would kind of remove a lot of the controls on the people, and Chinese people would be able to live in a freer society. Unfortunately, as the months went by, we have kind of seen the opposite. And just yesterday, the New York Times reported that an internal memo has been passed around to Communist Party cadres since April, and it lists 7 things that the Communist Party leaders are saying are perils to the Communist Party. Unsurprisingly, Western constitutional democracy, saying when these are present, it's going to affect how the Communist Party is able to rule. Other things include like universal values of human rights. So that's not going to be good for the Communist Party. Things like open media. So in China, all the media is state-controlled and the CCP has absolute control over what is published. And it's saying that if the media is allowed to be free, then it's going to hurt the power they have. And also civic participation. So basically things like the ability of people to go on to the streets and protest about different things. And obviously for the CCP, that's not going to be good for them, because once you allow these things to happen, especially open media and civic protests, it's really going to open up and being able to question a lot of what the CCP has done, not only presently, but in the past as well. So for them to continue to maintain their legitimacy, they have to place these kinds of bans on the public. So that's why it's not really surprising to me that these 7 things kind of have been reported about. But it also shows to me how fearful the Communist Party is about losing power and how much it realizes that it can lose power that easily. The document is pretty detailed, and it really is that painfully aware that its hold on power is pretty tenuous, and if it allows people these kinds of freedoms, then very quickly they may actually collapse. And I kind of think it's a bit of a shame that Xi Jinping hasn't taken this opportunity to make changes that people are expecting. And the thing is, a lot of people are saying that Xi Jinping is now trying to revert back to what Mao Zedong was doing back in the 50s and 60s, like leaning back towards the left. And in a way, that kind of model would work several decades ago, but now with so many people traveling, with the internet, Chinese people are able to get information from other places, even though the Communist Party is trying to control what they see. And when it sees that, when they can make that comparison by seeing information from other places, they really are going to see that what the Communist Party is doing is very unnatural, and it's actually very detrimental to the well-being of the Chinese nation. So were you guys kind of surprised by this document and the 7 things that it lists as perils of the Communist Party? And how do you think the Chinese people will react once they realize these are the kind of things that the CCP doesn't want them to enjoy? Let us know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.